I'm in the school library doing homework, and across from me is a girl, and she is bawling her eyes out. She's crying to a teacher, a guidance counselor, on how she's being manipulated by her ex, and how she's angry and most of all depressed as She's saying things, subtle red flags like, maybe I should kill myself so he can see how much I hate him. If I disappear, do you think he'll stop bothering me? Why does he keep looking at me like that? It's my face, right? And as she's speaking, she's not making eye contact with the teacher. She's just looking straight down at her lap, and her hair is covering her eyes. Now the teacher says the most mundane responses I've ever heard of. Okay, have you tried expressing how you feel? Maybe you just need to ignore him and move on. Don't worry, you're perfectly normal. It's just a phase and you'll grow and move on as a person. And as she's saying this bullshit, she's on her phone texting. I'm thinking, bro, what the fuck are you doing? This girl's literally about to kill herself, and you're texting on your phone and replying to her like ChatGPT. Here's how to be happy. Step 1, step 2. Blah. Bro, you literally don't understand what she's going through right now. And if you say, oh, I understand how you feel, you fucking don't, because you complain about your lack of rights when we're trying to survive the fucking fights in our head with all the demon shit that's inside. If you had a similar experience, I don't know whether that was when you randomly just started crying in front of someone and now they're trying to comfort you and be all huggy and like, oh, it's okay, don't worry, it's okay. And that just makes you cry even fucking more. Or when you tried venting to someone and now that someone doesn't want to talk to you because you're weird and they don't want to hang around negativity and so they ghost you. I know how you fucking feel because I've been through that shit myself. I've been there wanting to jump in front of a fucking train after I felt like I was a failure. I was there daydreaming about what life would be like if I randomly just disappeared and left everyone. I was there randomly analyzing the best, most optimal places to stab someone every time I picked up a sharp object. I was there thinking about how killing myself would make the world a better place and would punish those who wronged me. Those retarded woke mental health activists don't know shit, because if they did actually care, then they wouldn't be sending ambulances on us every time we would say something concerning, right? No, so they don't fucking care even when they say they do. They don't know what it's fucking like because their retarded asses complain about unequal wages or poor working environment when they would have been so grateful not having a constant life or death battle with the demons inside their head every single fucking day. Their lives are good as fuck, and they're just saying, oh, we care, to try and normalize feeling sad when they have an overtime shift. Bitch, this isn't just a, I feel a little sad today. We're about to commit mass fucking genocide. This isn't a, oh, I feel a little sad today. Nah. So if you know you need more than the fucking bullshit advice than these woke watch until the end, because I'm about to give you some shit that'll make life click, unlike what you've already heard of before. Okay, so what the do you actually do for the boiling hatred that's building up inside of you by the second? First, you need to visualize how mental health actually works. And it's not like the bullshit you already know. This shit is different. The hatred, the demon thoughts inside of you, is like a kettle that's filled with water. And every time you get rejected, every time you feel lonely, every time you get insecure about something, anything that's basically traumatizing, it heats up a fire that's below the kettle. That fire heats up the water, aka the demon thoughts, the actual feeling of feeling fucking miserable. And now it turns to steam and it wants to expand outwards into the environment. And so it does that in the form of venting, crying, slicing your fucking wrist, committing a mass genocide. Bruh. Now you feel better because that explosive steam is now gone, but that steam is kind of still floating in the air. And so what does it do? It condenses back into the teapot and now your demon thoughts are back. But they aren't steam yet. It condenses back as a liquid. But the fact that the abuse, the loneliness, the fire is still there, it heats up that liquid again, and now you have a vicious cycle of being miserable, being broke, being ugly, being lonely. It heats up the demon thoughts. They want to explode outwards, and it does that in the form of venting, crying, shooting up a f***ing school. Condenses back into a liquid because that's what steam does. And it does that and does that and does that until you can't f***ing handle it anymore. Bruh. Now here's the problem with venting to these woke right? When you release that steam onto them, they really don't want to absorb your demon thoughts. They all have problems of their own, and any sane person wouldn't want to take in someone else's problems. So they isolate their kettle, they insulate themselves from the steam and prevent it from condensing into them. They do that by not giving two shits about you and giving you half-assed mental health advice. That obviously doesn't work, because if they did care, then they would be absorbing your demons to really know what the fuck is going on. So what do? You need to convert that steam into energy. Let me explain about that, right? If you attach a propeller at where the steam comes from, you'll be able to convert it into energy that can stop the actual fire from heating up the demon thoughts. You can't create or destroy energy, but you can convert it. And so if you convert the steam into fuel for meditation, journaling, exercise, business, nutrition, diet, you'll be able to put out the flames, the insecurities that are heating up the demon thoughts inside of you. But here's a little issue, right? When you're first starting out, you need to first convert that steam into energy to learn how to do all of those things. It takes time getting into meditation. It takes time learning how to journal. It takes time getting into the gym. It takes time learning how to do all of those things. And I'm gonna be real, when you're learning, you aren't really doing anything to put out the flame. I mean, sure, it's possible, but if you're low on time, you have family shit, you have work, you have school, and you don't know how much longer you can fucking take this shit anymore, I got you, bro. Unlike those woke motherfuckers who isolate themselves, I can absorb that steam into my kettle and convert that into action energy for you and skip the learning process because I already dealt with this shit. I already know the knowledge. If that makes sense. If you feed me your steam, I'll turn that into fuel for actions, not for learning. And you'll be able to skip the learning curve. It's easier and faster. So if that is something you need right now, add me right now on Discord. Okay. I'm probably the only one who knows the fucking shit you go through. Not like some bullshit ass therapist who says, oh, you need to go outside, you need to spend time in nature, you need to meditate. No, I'm not fucking like that. I know how you feel when you want to I can save you years of fucking battling your thoughts, because I can have you skip the learning curve and make you put out the flame insecurities as soon as fucking possible.